You know, Ash, I bring the kids here every so often. My wife and I like to spend time with them, us with our coffees, them with their juices, as we soak up this beautiful atmosphere. It's so lovely here.
That's true. But you know what, Answer? I think my kids would say that they're too old to be hanging out with mom and dad, even in a beautiful place like this. So enjoy it while it still lasts. Before you know it, it's all going to be gone in a flash.
Yeah, I'm realizing that more and more. I don't want to miss out on my kids' childhood years. This time with them is our greatest treasure. I want them to have fond memories as they grow up and they look back upon it.
You're looking a little pensive today. Is everything okay?
Just got me thinking, Ash. Something really unusual happened last night. My 6-year-old came to me at a really inconvenient time. I was in the middle of a late work email
Okay.
and she just wanted to share a riddle with me. I did something that I normally do. I put my laptop aside and it took less than a minute for her to share the riddle with me. But had I done what I normally do, which is snap at her, the moment would have been lost.
That was a really wise thing you did, Answer. I get how it feels when you're all pressed for time, chasing deadlines. And this work from home thing makes us forget our roles as parents. And we forget that our kids need our attention too.
But you know, they'll stop coming to you very soon. And I only learned that after being a dad for the 3rd time.
What do you mean?
Research tells us that kids will only actively chase us to play till the age of 11. After that, they need their own space. So honestly, those of us thinking that our kids are 10 and we have a lifetime ahead of us to play with them, you don't. You might as well make the most of it. It may be your last chance to play.
It's funny you said that. I remember some time ago, I had to miss my son's kindergarten performance. But now when I look back, I can't even remember what was so important at work that I had to miss his performance. You know, he was so adorable then. Maybe it wasn't that important after all.
Same here, Ash. I learned it the hard way too. So I've now started populating my work calendar first with the kids' school holidays and all kids related activities.
Okay.
This year, I even managed to correct my wife on some dates. Because normally not only would I rely on her, but I would blame her for not telling me early enough. I try to do it at the start of every school term or start of my calendar year.
That's a great idea. I think I'm going to try that too. My wife will really appreciate not having to remind me every time about the calendar for the family.
Speaking of wives, my wife said something the other day that immediately caught my attention. She said, Answer, do you realize we only have 5 summers left with Zara?
5 summers?
Yes, Zara is my oldest. She just turned 13. And frankly, once she turns 18 and goes to university, which in our case will most likely be away, any more time we get to spend with her will be a bonus. So come to think of it, you've only really got 18 summers with your child before they either move out or they get too busy with their own lives.
That's not a lot of time. So how do we make the most of it?
So that's something we all got to figure it out for ourselves, Ash. For me, what I've made out is that you really got to make time and spend it with them. There's no real substitute for it.
Actually, we don't even have 18 summers. Once they turn 11, they want their own space. They rather spend time with their friends than with their family.
That may be true, Ash. In fact, it reminds me of a parenting quote from one of the greatest sages of all time. Hazrat Ali ibn Abi Talib said more than 1400 years ago, play with your child for the first 7 years of their life, teach them for the next 7, and then advise them for the 7 years to follow.
That's so true, even today. But ironic though, too many of us are so busy in the first 7 years to play with our kids. And then after that, we spend all that time trying to teach our teenagers the values and the ways of our world. And we wonder why they don't seem to listen.
Yep, so the basic idea is to get involved early. No point waking up later to realize you're absent all those years when you could have been positively shaping your child's habits and values.
And not to mention missing out all those precious moments of their wonder years.
That's right, Ash. In fact, I'm going to go play with my 2 younger ones now. They must be just waking up, and there's nothing like snuggling up to them when they're lazily waking up to a Sunday. In fact, I might even go make some breakfast for the wife and the kids, of course.
Wow. I'm going to ask Ava and Anna if I can join them on the morning run today. And maybe in the afternoon I'll spend some time with Aiden jamming on the guitar.
Run? Are you sure you can keep up?
And have you fried an egg before?
You'll know when I invite you over for breakfast. So guys, here's something we want you to try. Stop chasing the next thing. Chase moments. Live in the now. Moments well lived and shared together are what your kids will remember and will make their childhood memorable and priceless.
And do one activity with your kids today. Remember to make it something that both of you enjoy.
Share your stories with us. After all, what your kids need most is your presence, not presents.